In this video, one of the most amazing archaeology discoveries I've ever made. I'm currently stood atop a very rusty Maxi, rather dangerously. There is some amazing stuff in this field. Now, all this stuff is going to be cleared. By the time you see this video, it will be no more. So I'm documenting what will soon not be here at all. It's going to be fascinating. We actually came here a few days earlier to film. The situation was slightly different. We thought it was going to take us a while for this stuff to all be cleared. It's going to be gone by the time you see this, but we didn't know that when we filmed it. So let's jump into the live action. So it's a fun day out for almost all the family here in rural Wales. And can you tell what we're looking at yet? Yeah, you've probably guessed the Maxi, which seems to be both a mixture of red and sanglow. It's quite intriguing. Maybe the paint's just worn away to the fact the primer's come through. This is a Renault 5, a very early Renault 5. Not desperately early thinking about it, because it hasn't got the gear lever coming out to the gearbox. The gearbox is here, that's why the engine's so far back. But yeah, that is very, very crispy. I can see a Volvo 340 over there. Mk2 transit van, I think, and something Japanese there I can't quite recognise, but I think it might be a Mazda 323. But yeah, everything is pretty much destroyed. There's a Mk2 Escort, just sort of in kit form. A door there, windscreens.
462.
Yeah, I don't even know what that was on. It wasn't any of the cars just here, I don't think. Because C is about a 64.
Door-ish.
Yeah. There's a BMC 1100 there, slowly disintegrating, and another Maxi. They obviously like their Maxis here. Yeah, has a huge stash of old wheels and tyres. So this is a property that's been inherited by the family, and obviously it's just been used as a dump, a scrapyard for decades, it would seem. This property will be coming up for auction at the end of summer. Before we get too involved with the field though, just going to have a nose at some stuff out here in the yard, because there's a really old ERF regarding a diesel engine, which is just spectacular. But look at all this old TVs, just junk just chucked out. If it doesn't work, chuck it in the garden. It's quite extraordinary. And yeah, the truck here, let's have a look. Look at the patination on it. Look at the layers of paint. Just remarkable. I think we may be able to have a look in it if we're lucky. Apparently it has actually run while parked here, but no, I don't think we're going to get in. It's all tied up quite well with rope. But yeah, it's just extraordinary. Look at that. And then an old static caravan also here. So yeah, it's a remarkable place. No idea how old it is because we don't seem to have a number plate on it. We're going to see if we can find one at the back. We might get a clue as to how old this vehicle is. It was used to collect a lot of the scrap cars here, apparently. Oh, here we go. Here's a number plate hanging off. SNV 795G. So that's about in 1968. Let's have a quick nose over here. Been told we can look wherever we like, really. It's a big old engine just sat there. Blimey, just old wheels and tyres and a very rusty roof. Don't know what's in this one. You see if we can see. Old boxes, baby bottles. Wow. Yeah, I don't envy the family who are trying to clear this property at the moment. There's an awful lot to do. Apparently this used to be the house, and then a more modern house was built out front. So yeah, gas bottles, anyone? So much stuff. And yeah, what could be lurking within there, I wonder? All the valuable stuff that they thought could be valuable, I think they've cleared off this site. So we're allowed to come in and film our little video. Look, old sewing machine. Yeah. Oh yes. So this makes it a New Zealand museum, because we have found a very sad typewriter.
A couple of things for Steph. This lino print here.
Oh yeah.
And this lino print here.
Look at that. Magnificent.
Look at this one.
Wow, so much brown. Lovely torch there. Put some batteries in it, that would probably work.
So much stuff in general.
So much stuff in general, yeah, crazy. Go on, I reckon you can get through there.
What is that?
We're just exploring a Daihatsu van. There is not very much of that left, other than the badge. Yeah, it's a bit spread out. I think that's Rover SD3, the Hyacinth Bouquet. Or is that, no, that isn't a door off that. That's a Rover SD1, quite clearly peeking out there. Couldn't tell you if it was a series 1 or 2 from this angle. Escort van. This caravan is apparently chock full of mini bits we're going to explore. There's a lot of rusty bean tins. Oh yes. The roof has just been ripped off. I wonder if that was in recent storms, but so much stuff in there. Look at this lovely Adidas bag. Look at that.
I know.
Wow. I'm going to place that somewhere so it isn't under the roof, but yeah. How do you even start trying to clear all this out? Yeah, this caravan has definitely seen better days, I'm going to say. Oh, got an old wheel trim down here, want my crushing? I don't know what wheel trim that is, but we'll place it over there out the way so it's not to damage anything. Volvo 245, but that's pretty much gone. Interesting roof rack on it. Old steering wheel off something, looks like possibly Morris Minor. Yeah, crispy escort van. That's not really attached anymore. I don't know what door this is we're walking on, but that is a Renault Trafic, a fairly early Renault Trafic, but yeah, I would say it's seen better days. It's absolutely chock full itself of all sorts. What rear lights are these off? That's Peugeot 309. Oh, the horn doesn't work. It's got the rare factory sunroof going on there. Plenty of ventilation.
You know, we didn't have that.
Oh, Ford Sierra. Estate.
I might have a feeling that
Ford Transit Mk2 with a non-sliding side door. Sadly open, looks like a minibus as well. And what have we got here? I don't actually know, so get your guesses in, folks.
You know, Ian,
I've got a feeling Mark IV Cortina, but it looks a little big. Could it actually be a Granada? Yeah, I don't think this one's coming back. Look, there's a Mazda grille there. Could that be a clue? Could this be a Mazda 929? It's big enough to be a Mazda 929. And yeah, it's actually got Mazda on the steering wheel. So that could well be what this is. Manual gearbox. And that would be the grille for it. There's no caravan there.
a caravan.
That's,
Is that two ambulance backs stuck together?
it kind of looks like two ambulance backs stuck together, doesn't it? But I think it is actually a caravan. We've got another truck body over here, a very old one. Pre-1964 number plate. It's chock full of engine, seats. What are they off? Early Mini? Maybe? It's just extraordinary. Another old wagon here, packed full of stuff again. But we don't know what any of this stuff is. It's a bit dark in there. That isn't helping with identification purposes. But again, another Morris Minor or mini seat I'd suggest there.
Like, this is a van?
It might be. Is it a van body or is it still got the cab on it?
It's got another plate.
Yeah, I don't think it's got a cab on it anymore, but we'll go and have a look. Since we've made it this far. No. It's just an old tank or something. That's a side door off here. Oh, maybe there is a van body there. Just a very rotten door. Gosh, Bedford OB, maybe? Wow. And that is, that was something. There was an entire truck there at some point. But the windscreen's been panelled over. Wow. So excuse the helicopters, but this is a Volvo 340. It's an early one. It's still got the left-hand drive wipers, even though it would have been a right-hand drive car originally. These brambles are vicious. Yikes. I'm glad I'm wearing big boots. I just want to have a nose inside the Transit. Because, yeah, look at that. Sliding door on the other side. Oh, we've got a rear lamp out of a Citroen BX there. So Citroen BX, Mark II Fiesta, sadly that's seen better days. Sierra Sapphire, I think, slightly different shape to the hatchback models. And indicator from same with slight leak issues. So I'm guessing damp is getting in here. Oh gosh, all this stuff's broken. Mark V Escort, also the RS Cosworth. Saab 900 there, do we think? Yeah. And that's the matching pair of Saab 900 lights that are gently leaking their water all over the place. Wow. A German fuse box for something. Yeah, this is just incredible. So much stuff here. There'll be a Sierra headlamp, I think. Yeah. Utterly remarkable find. So this was a bit of a tip-off. I kind of knew it existed because there's one vehicle we're going to go and look at in a minute, which is pretty well known to me. And I'd seen pictures of it before. I think people have had a bit of an explore here before. But we won't do this without permission of the landowner. And he was here earlier to let us in.
This is actually mint if it was. This would be mint if it was still running.
Have you seen how bent the speedo needle is though?
Yeah, but look at how much miles it has.
Yeah, well, I think that's gone round. I don't think that's done 23,000 miles. That's 123.
Probably where there's a bit of money in it.
Yeah, I would say it's not mint, especially when you start looking at the cab roof. So we've got something very big and very dead up the back here. I'm struggling to make headway and get near it. You can see how overgrown everything is. There's the Maxis we saw earlier. There's that Volvo. That's another BMC 1100 there, I think. Very distinctive roofline, but what that monstrosity there is, I don't know. I think we're going to have to try and make our way in. Well, this is very exciting. I'm in quite a lot of pain because I've got thorns stuck in me all over the place. Ouch. But I think that is a Datsun Cedric estate. I could be wrong. I would welcome your viewpoint. But look at the door handle down there. I drove a Datsun Cedric saloon in the Netherlands, and I think that is the estate version. That's exceedingly rare. But sadly, like everything else here, also exceedingly dead. There's another view of the Rover SD1. Just as an aside, there is a Datsun Cedric I identified just over there. I'm going to try and get to it and dig it out, and that's going to be the subject of a future video. Just gently disintegrating. I've no idea how I'm going to get back. I'm currently flattening the roof of this 1100 here. I need to get back onto that Maxi and try and find my way out. Unless I try going over there. That's not looking very appealing either. I'm not liking brambles at the moment.
Really?
They're horrible. We have a pair of Rover P6s here next to the stricken Volvo, and what I think is that Honda Accord. That's what I think, Honda Accord Mark 1 over there. Possibly a Saab 900 or 99 behind it. This one's got me slightly baffled. I'm getting very German vibes. I can't decide whether Audi or Mercedes-Benz. It's so badly gone, it's hard to make out the shape of it. I think it might have been a W115 or 114. I must jump in with a correction for myself. This isn't a Mercedes. This is a Peugeot 304. There's one of the tail lamps because the rear panel's completely rotten. When I was exploring this yesterday, the rear window just fell out. So very, very rotten. 304. Some clues to a Peugeot nature. Look, we've got external roof rack mounts. That's what those little brackets are. And a lovely sliding sunroof as well. No coming back for that one. Well, no coming back for any of them. For by the time you see this video report, and yes, I have changed hoodie, it's several days later, all this will be gone. It's all going to be cleared away. So wonderful to capture all this before it is gone. But yeah, I'm currently a bit stranded over here. I was crawling along this Maxi, but then noticed how rotten the roof is at the back. But we've got a Sherpa there, I think, parked behind the Mark II Transit. There's that minibus we were looking around, and there's another minibus lurking in the bushes there. And we've still got a long way to go, so maybe now's a good time to go and make yourself a cup of tea and get ready for even more of this. Or head to the Hubnut store, where you can buy lovely hoodies.
You can't watch the video store in the store.
Yeah, well, everyone needs a break. This is a long video.
Actually, you can if you're on the computer.
Well, this is true. Right, I need to get out of here. Help. Right, I think we've got could be an FE Victor or the Opel Record equivalent thereof. Very interesting going on with the rear light here, which has bulged out enormously. I don't know if that's plant life has forced that out, but take a look at it. That is the rear light unit. That's incredible. What? I don't even know what car. There is so little left of that one. That moment where you realise you are standing in a Mark II Escort. But I'm going to say that one's going to need some work for an MOT. Only the McPherson strut that's holding all that together. But nonetheless, we're going to try and continue working our way up the back here and there. I think that might be a DAF. So let's go and see the old Variomatic. Just tread on the back seat. Oh, rear springs popping up there. We've got a Princess there, a wedge-shaped Princess, next to God knows what. Arrow's Hillman Hunter there. I don't think it'd be a Humber Scepter. It doesn't look a very Humber Scepter colour. But yeah, it's got the simple rear panel. It could even be a Minx, which was the lowest spec version. But yeah, this is a DAF of some sort, I think. Very, very rotten. There's one of the Michelotti styled ones. Can we see enough engine to get a clue? Because some of these had DAF's own little air-cooled twin engine, but then when people wanted more power, they fitted a Renault engine. I think that might be a flat 4 engine. Oh my god, look. Sorry, flat 2 engine. Look at the state of that door. Literally the door skin has rusted away. And Mark 1 Granada, I think there. Next to an LDV or Leyland app. Well, no, probably predates that, proper Sherpa. Let's go and have a look at the Princess if we can. So yeah, I mean, there's lots of glass. There's some glass that's even stacked up. I don't even know what I'm walking on at the moment. Yeah, my dad had a Hillman Hunter as not his first car, but one of the earliest cars I remember. Hold on. So it's Princess. Oh, the wipers are in disarray. Which engine is it? It's a 4-cylinder engine by the look of it. Yeah, that is also, the rear doors have just rotted off. I don't even know what this is. There's another Hunter, I think, actually, looking at the shapes in the wing. Yeah, a Marina Coupe there, Mark III Escort. And some of the stuff has already been cleared, so stuff is going out all the time. I have no idea what this is. Another Marina, is it? Yeah, I think that's another Marina. Got one door left. There used to be an Applejack green Allegro estate here. And one door remains.
Is it a Ford Cortina?
It is a Ford Cortina. It looks like a Mark IV saloon. Quite a nice spec, metallic colour. But now a little full of brambles and a little rotted away entirely. What car have you found now?
The steering works.
That's good. But what car is it? I reckon that's Mark II Escort Estate, I'm going to say. Because we've got a long side window there.
What is it with Escorts and having a steering wheel?
Oh, the Welsh love their Escorts. Morris Ital, I reckon there. It looks like it's got space for the larger rear light. And behind Miss Hubnut, Austin A40 Farina. Again, there's not much to rescue here, but it's got a good opening rear window. A Chevette there, or possibly an Opel Kadett. They were also sold here. But, yeah. Well done, you salvaged another steering wheel and tipped a load of dirt in your hair.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think we all are. And possibly a tetanus jab. No, it's a Morris Ital.
Oh, yeah.
That's a car.
That's the car.
Yeah, what's this one? It's a hatchback. It's a very rusty hatchback. I'm struggling to see. I'm thinking Fiat 127 on that. I tried to stomp. The stomp didn't work very well. Yeah, I think that's a Fiat 127. Wheel trims, there are a few. And that one's only mildly dented and completely broken.
There are sets of them. Got another Renault 5 in there?
I can't see. That's a Mark 1 Cavalier there by the look of it. Or that is a Renault 5, yeah. Looks like it might have caught fire at some point. I'm really not sure I want to walk along whatever that is or was. But I'd really like to, because over here it's a very early Mark 1 Astra base spec with the fixed boot, so it isn't a tailgate. It had the 1200 engine only. That was the only option for the base model. So the base model cost quite a bit more to make, I imagine. My friend Trigger, who organises East Coast Retros, he's got one of those. Again, a very rotten estate there. I'm not sure entirely what that was. It's very hard to tell. Now here's a sight, a Renault 4 van, complete with what they call the giraffe hatch. I don't know how the giraffe hatch actually stays shut. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh. Will that now open? No, I fear that's all rusted up. But this is giraffe hatch that lifts up, so you can have the door closed and have higher stuff sticking out the top. I'm not entirely sure what we've got there, because so much of it has rusted away. I'm getting Talbot Horizon vibes off that one. And then another Renault 5 over there. A slightly later Mark 1. Not very. That's basically like a window frame, but there's a whole pile of glass here. I don't even know what it's from. It's windscreens galore. But defining moment, yes, we have an Invacar. That is an AC Model 70, so made by AC of the sports car people. This was their design. Invacar, like mine, was just another version of that. But sadly, we've had a look around the back. The rear bodywork is actually quite badly destroyed, and it's currently buried under axles. But we're hoping someone within our invalid carriage circles might yet be able to save that, but it is going to be quite the restoration job. Like I said, the rear bodywork is destroyed, the engine's been open to the elements, the chassis is very bad. But there are more chassis than bodies currently in the world of Model 70s, so hopefully that will be of use to someone I know, and they'll see another one live. Alright, let's keep poking about. Don't even know. The mobile crane there. I wonder if that body was on the back of the ERF at one point to get all these things in here. We've got Mini over here doing what Minis do best, rusting. I don't think it's a particularly special Mini, but it is particularly rotten, and the rocker cover's off. I don't know what that is next to it, but it's completely flattened. We've got something very old over there. That's like an Austin. In fact, it's two of them, I think. Austin A40s or even A70s. Somersets and Herefords. Could be either of those. Have clearly been there a very, very long time. Again, shout if you spot something you recognise, because we're starting to struggle now. Obviously, Austin A30 is quite an easy spot there. Suspect that's a Morris Minor there. But there's a little hard top there. That looks like it might be a hard top. I'm picking up Hillman Mink's California vibes on that. But yeah, so much of this is just entirely right. I have no idea. It's a pickup of some sort in there, I think. Looks like it's been trampled on. And there's stuff going off into the brambles that we can't get anywhere near. But perhaps one of the saddest sights is this Fiat 850 camper. Little 850 Leyland 903cc water-cooled 4-cylinder engine. I've driven one of these in stock van form, but quite a few were made into little campers, the names of which escape me for the moment. But again, it's just absolutely disintegrated. It's been parked here so long. Even the wiper blades are gone. Oh, no. Does the steering work? No, I'd say that's a bit tired there, and another very old car that's completely rusted away under there as well. But fire, what a sight, what a place. Let's look at the rust. That's not even attached anymore.
Oh, that moved then.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. That is crispy. I don't even know if you could recover anything from that. Almost missed that one. Triumph Toledo. That's where they took the 1300, 1500 and made it rear wheel drive to replace the Triumph Herald. And then a short time later they came up with the Dolomite, which was much the same thing but with bigger engines. Yeah. This is an amazing pile. Just spotted another rusty Datsun parked up the back there. It seems a bit swoopy at the back, which makes me wonder if it's a Violet. But again, it's just rusted itself absolutely to pieces. We can't get anywhere near that one. There is another car in the way, which I think was once a Triumph. Judging by the kink of that. But yeah, wow. We've just come walking through the undergrowth because I've spotted a Range Rover, which Miss Hubnut is also getting excited about. But by heck, this one seems to have rusted away quite a lot. It's a two-door Range Rover. It's still got the V8 engine in it. But yeah, quite crispy. I think the body frame has gone entirely rotten on this. Not sure what's going on with the seats there. Seems to be up in the steering wheel now. Yeah, this rear panel has just rusted off. It's aluminium panels over a steel frame. Oh my! We've got another Mark 1 Cavalier. By the look of it, about 1978. That's about the same age as me, so at least I can feel better about myself. Morris Ital van. At first glance, that looks absolutely ruined. Actually, this front panel is, yeah, that's not good. But front grille is not looking too bad, actually. Oh yeah, okay, it's bad. Although it has to be said, the Morris Ital is not as bad as this Mark 1 Transit camper, which has just rusted itself to oblivion. Well, look at the rear lights have faded to white. They would have been orange over red. Might even be a Mark II, thinking about it. But yeah, the weight of the roof. A Sheldon pop-up roof there, or high roof. That's just ripped the whole thing apart. And then we've got another SD1 over there. It appears to have a tree growing out of the engine bay. Oh, these brambles. My legs are going to be ripped to pieces. Yeah, that is very poor condition. It's got a straight engine in it, so it's not one of the V8 ones. But no, I don't think so. I think it's a straight 6. Yeah, that is, oh no, wow, it's not a straight 6. It's a 2-litre 4-cylinder. And it's full of gardening gear, but probably gave up trying to deal with all this undergrowth. So that's very rare with a 2-litre engine. But sadly, very, very dead. What a shame. What a place, eh?
I think a family friend of ours was involved in the assembly of this. I'll have to check for you.
Ah, yes, they were built in Oxford for a time. At the Cowley Works. Fun fact about the Rover SD1s, they began making them in Solihull. And then they moved production to, I think it was Cowley. On cessation of the Austin Maxi, their workers started building SD1s. And it said that they did a much better job than the Silhillians. So there you go. Oh, we've just traipsed even further and found a Bedford CF facelift one. I think they came in about 1980, 81. But someone's doing some archaeology here. This is not in good shape at all. I'm trying to work out what body would have been on the back of this. It's obviously pop riveted on. Was it a camper? I don't know. No, it hasn't got a roof on it, which leads me to suspect it might have been a camper body. But I guess we'll never know. There's not very much left of it now.
816. Is that a vehicle? No.
There might well be vehicles in there.
81.
I'm starting to get exhausted. Walking around this place is very, very hard work.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Yeah. Miss Hubnut is smaller than the brambles. That's a Maestro wheel trim, I think. I don't think that's a Maestro though. I don't know what that is.
Well, it was at some point a Maestro.
I don't think this white stuff was.
Oh. There's one of those.
Yeah. Would appear to be possibly a JCB. But Miss Hubnut is currently getting very excited by a caravan.
Oh, it's really kaputzy, but
That's very dead.
you need to see the wallpaper.
Oh, okay.
Alright, gorgeous. Look how tiny.
That is a tiny caravan.
My family of 7 used to stay in one of these.
Family of 7?
Yeah.
How? Did you have an awning?
No, well we did, but if it rained we couldn't use it. So,
Oh.
like there was, Mum and Dad had the double bed, which was the table, if I remember rightly. We had a couple of bunks on the end, so that was 2 more children. My brother was a baby, so he was in with my mum and dad. And then the 2 smaller children were sort of in the gap under the bed and across that bit. So,
Good grief.
but we loved it. It was called the Blue Blob. I'm not convinced this is a Sprite with the trim.
You could be wrong.
Perhaps
I thought you knew everything about caravans.
Not Taurus so much. I'm more of a static kind of a girl.
There you go. She's more of a static kind of girl.
But I'm just looking at the... Oh, it's beautiful though.
So Mini Hubnut is just leaping out of an old truck, where we think was probably a Leyland of some sort. It's very hard to tell. There really is not an awful lot left. The dash panels there are throttle seized though, so it's all hopeless. And next to it, very excitingly,
Wipers.
no, not wipers. The wipers are already missing. There is this, what I think is a Leyland double-decker bus. Apparently it served in the Leicester area back in the day, and someone has just been harvesting some parts off it for a bus they're restoring, because sadly this one is not coming back. So that would have been a double-decker, but it's looking a bit sad now.
Oh, is there still a steering wheel?
Don't know how the door opens. I think the door's meant to slide forward, but I don't think it really wants to.
Get in there.
No, I don't think you are, mate.
Watch me.
Well, you might struggle because it's a half cab.
Well, there is a
But
way in.
yeah, you can see where the metal frame
Yeah, I
has
don't think
rusted.
you do want to get in there,
All
do
the
you?
aluminium panels
What?
have been taken off.
There's what there, Mum?
Yeah, there would have been a rear entry bus. It looks like it would have been a rear entry bus with doors at some point. So I guess all the valuable aluminium has just been stripped off,
I'm in the bus.
leaving the steel substructure.
Oh,
But yeah, what a mess. Oh yes, that's quite bent at the back.
ooh.
Yeah, well, at least even today, bits of that bus are proving useful. They will go on and help another one of these to live. But what an amazing place. It's been truly extraordinary.
This is not safe.
No, this is not safe, but this is Rurex for you. Rural exploration.
Coin that for-
Door.
Oh, it could be a door. Oh yeah, it's definitely a door. Excellent. Probably want to get out now before you die.
Probably.
Yeah. So there you go. That's an amazing field of dreams that we have been exploring in Wales. It's been remarkable. I'm absolutely shattered. Walking around this field is
Thank yous for the
hard
tip
work.
on this, 'cause
Yeah, there's a couple of people tipped us off about this one, so thank you both very much. And yeah, hopefully the Invacar will live on in one form or
I'll come
another.
closer because otherwise they won't hear me. But
Yeah.
it's, I mean, it's the death throes, isn't it? Because,
Yeah,
but as the gentleman that we were just speaking to was saying, there used to be more cars. Unsurprisingly for this area, significantly more Fords,
Yeah.
Mark II Escorts, Sierras, all that stuff. And the field next door used to be 30s and 40s stuff. But we did have a look, but it's literally just glass panels and
yeah. There's some
nothing
very,
there.
like roof sections and not a lot
You know,
else
we
in there.
missed that, but at least we've caught this before
Yeah.
it does meet its unfortunate end.
Yeah, it will all get cleared. Hopefully someone will live here again and transform this area. Because as much fun as this has been to explore, this land really does need to serve a bit more purpose. But yeah, thank you ever so much to the family for letting us poke around. It's been an extraordinary video. Now we're going to try and find our way back out again. And yeah, and we'll head back home. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video as much as we have. It's been a long one, but you can't really do this in a short way. There's so much to see.
The more you look, the more you see. You know, we went over to the corner over there thinking there was a vehicle there, and actually there was about 6.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's been astonishing. So yeah, we shall see you in a future video. Farewell.
Where are you going to put it?
Rust. Beautiful rust.